What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. We're out here at the new house, and I got some, but it's not about that. We ain't talking about the house. I got some archery do's and don'ts that we need to go about, and actually one tip that everybody needs to stop doing with their bows that I've done for a long time. But before we get into that, I think it's gotten about far along enough now that we can set up some targets on the new range. So let's get some targets set up first, and then we'll get into it. Oh, we'll grab the bear first. Then we're gonna grab this little goat. Poor guy lost his head. I never could find it. He's covered in moss. All right, so we got the targets out. We got the little goat right there, and then we got the bear over in here. And I absolutely have to bush hog this. I'm going to pick up another tractor here before long, but I gotta get this bush hog because I promise you I'll be covered in ticks by the end of this video. But it's nice to get the range set up, get everything out. I done range, we got 80 yards, 84 yards to the back of the house, so wish I could have got 100, but I can stand in the driveway and stretch 100 out of it and go up there and shoot out the road and get even more. Chris B, Elk Shape, and even Bomar made a video the other day about 75%, 80%, 85, whatever. It was let off, and stop shooting high let off bows. So I kind of wanted to touch base on that actually a little bit while we were shooting targets. So shooting high let off bows, I've shot 90 and 85% let off for a long time, and I never had a problem, or at least I thought I never did. That was until on this ethos I started running 75, and we got a new bow. There's a lot of different changes. I'm worse than a woman when it comes to changing stuff. But I started running this bow at 80 or 75% let off, and it made a world of difference, because the problem that I never realized that I had a problem until you started doing something. So when I was shooting, if I would have a little bit more face pressure in, and when you get in the higher let-offs, when you get in the 90s and the 85s, your string is real, it's real tight when the bow's not being shot, but it's real loose whenever you're at full draw. You can actually, if you have 90 and 85%, you could draw back and put a peep sight in. I seen MFJJ do that. He went and put a peep sight in a bow, and we've done it before, have a guy draw back, slap peep sight in a bow. That's how loose it is. And when you got face pressure and nose pressure or anything like that, anytime you draw back and you have any influence on that string with higher let off, it's gonna cause it a problem somewhere. If you put a little bit too much pressure, you have a flaw. And I know a lot of people, and even I thought, man, 80% let off, 75, you know, run that tournaments in a hunting situation, it's not gonna be that good. It's not as bad as you think. All these bows have solid back walls on them. So when you start running 80 to 75% let off, it's not going to feel as bad as what you think it is, and it's not going to be, it's not going to feel like a traditional bow where you're holding 100% of the weight of what you got. You know, there's let off there, so it's not as bad as what you think. And another thing that I've noticed with this is, especially in windier shots, so I'm having to pull just a hair bit harder into my back wall, and I'm not trying to kill it, but I've noticed in the wind, holding steadier in the wind, and just the bow and everything sets better in my hand. That's one thing that I like about, you know, this ethos, is I can adjust this thing and adjust this draw length and the let off to however I need it to. And it didn't affect my draw length that much either, adjusting it that way. But like Matthews and PSE and other bows, you're gonna have to switch the mods over and stuff, which a little bit more of a task, but it ain't that bad. But man, I'm telling you, if you ever made the switch to 80, 75, you won't ever go back. So throughout the midst of all of this, essentially what you're doing whenever you're getting a higher let off is you're putting more, or you're getting a lower let off, is you're putting more tension on the string, which is putting less error in your string whenever you make an error, if that kind of makes sense. So any face pressure, any nose pressure, anything of that nature, if you have a tendency to make just a slight uh-oh, which we all do, it's archery, we're not all perfect, then 75 and 80% let off is going to kind of act as a cushion from that uh-oh, if that makes sense. So whenever you get higher let off bows, if you have an uh-oh, it's going to be more exaggerated than if you had, say, 80 to 75%, which is going to in turn give you a more forgiving bow. Hit just a hair low. Lunged him. Ow. Both of those are pretty close. I have not shot this bow at 100, so I'm back out to the front of the house, and that's the wrong thing. I need my rangefinder. We got 91 up here to the front of the house. It's better than I thought it was going to be. So we'll crank 2 shots out at 91. I have no idea where that one went. It smacked him. I don't know if we're impacting right or what. So we were a little low on both of them. Group's still pretty good, but I probably need to add about a yard to that sight tape. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Try some different let-offs. See what it does for you. It might help, it might not help, but it's worth giving it a shot. It's helped me out a lot. It's helped my pin float out a lot, and it's helped me execute shots a lot better versus having a real light let-off. So hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.